Good morning, it's Rosalie with Can't Wait to Plan. How are you guys doing? Thanks so much for stopping by again and check out my channel. And for those of you who have already subscribed and are coming back now for the second, third, fourth, fifth time, whatever, thank you so much. I so appreciate you guys. This is very early in the morning, so I've been sick. So my voice is a little bit hoarse, but this is the last day I can videotape this video, so I'm trying to get it done. Today we will be attending my nephew Ethan graduation party, and he just graduated from high school, and he's such a smart boy. And normally I have a different style of graduation card that I usually make. I have kind of a standard, and then anything custom I'll do from there if my clients or if I deem necessary for one of my loved ones. So I've been promising some of my viewers to actually do a card with all these Hunkydory products that I've been getting, and I still haven't. So today is the first day I'm using them. I'm so excited. This is actually a new collection that they introduced earlier this year in 2023 called Heartfelt Occasions, and I just did a I think the haul I did for that is gonna post real soon, just before this one, I think. And anyway, out of there they had one sheet, so it's for all different kind of occasion. Each sheet represent a different occasion. So they had one for graduation, which is this, which I thought was so sweet. This is actually, if you've never seen any Hunkydory stuff, they make beautiful card kit that you can adapt to use for scrapbooking, especially if you do 8.5 by 11 scrapbooking. I plan to use it for my 12 by 12 scrapbooking as well, but I haven't done any of it, and I have so much of it. But card wise, they're just perfect. And so this is the topper sheet, which is basically you can pop them out. I already popped a bunch of them out because I was hoping to do this, so I popped them all out already just to make it easier for myself. Now I use my razor blade to cut them out, because as you pop them out, sometime the edge get damaged and stuff like that. This one I plan to use, so I already pop it onto their mirror card. And you see I ran out of mirror card. I didn't realize I don't have any gold mirror card from them except 2 sheets. So this one I patch it together, and at the bottom there's missing a little bit, but this is going to go into an area that I don't think they're going to be seen. So I did that. I pop out all the sentiment, and there's another sentiment. There's a border strip here. There's this beautiful big one here. What do you call it? Topper, and so on. Now, if I pick it up, I'll show you real quick what I do, just so that maybe this give you an idea if you haven't done that already. You see how they always, when you print, you always have to print outside of the actual place where the cut is, just to make sure that you don't have any white spacing and stuff like that. So when you pop this out, you still have that beautiful what color is this? Turquoise, blue, whatever, foiling in there. So you can't, the foiling part is really thin. It would be really hard to just cut that out to use, but I usually use all the spacing around it, and I just pick one because as you can see, if you use this one, then you won't be able to really have space for anything here. So I cut it from here, from there to there to there. Just make sure all the borders are equal, and that gives me another frame. So that's what I did with this one. I already popped this one out, right here, and I actually cut out the larger bits for that. And the reason for it is I really wanted to make a more substantial card for Ethan, and this one is fine. It's a little bit smaller than I wanted, and also I also got the with the collection. You can also get this heartfelt occasion little book. Actually, it came into the big bundle if you got the big bundle. And it has this one, which is exactly the same as that. It just didn't have the foiling, you know, and stuff like that. But he's a boy, you know, it doesn't like, it's not super needed. This actually is for a boy, and you can see there's a boy and a girl photo there. So I cut out, you get 6 of these. I cut out 2. I took out 2, and I just fussy cut out around all of the you did it, because that's super simple, right? It's really large and big and everything else. So I popped that out. And to make the main card front topper, so I layer it. I didn't want to do any more than that. Usually, you know, people in the UK, which is where Hunkydory comes from, they love to make decoupage card that's like super thick and everything else. I actually never really tried it super thick. Usually 3 layers, that's the most I do. And if I wanted to, I actually probably could pop out, you know, this one more time, but I think this is fine for Ethan. So I just put it on a few different piece of cardstock paper, just so that this pop up a little bit. But I didn't want to use foam pads, because I didn't want this to be on the same level as the frame. And the frame is basically what I cut out from the backer sheet that the topper came from. You see how it's just that? And then I popped that onto a large piece of foil paper. And I got this from the haul as well. And this is when this came in. So handy. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? This really thin strip of a foam strip that I got to go behind this. Before, you'd never be able to get that. I would have to cut it, and it'd be a pain in the ass. And I'm going to email the company and see if they'll make that in a roll or something a lot larger, because on this, you see the sheet, you get the foam strip. Only half of it is the thin one, and the other half is the thicker one, which I don't need. But anyway, so I love that, and I think that looks really nice. So this, the frame is a little bit higher than the actual this, and then this is the highest part of the whole thing, because this is on like 3 different thick cardstock, the actual sheet itself. Okay, so that's the main thing, and I plan to use that. And I was thinking of using this and using this with it. So I think that was all I was thinking of. And then throw this on the side. And then I looked at the sheets, the background sheet that goes with that. There was one here. This one is beautiful, but I think it was too much to have this with this. Although I love the background, you know, on that. It makes it stand out, but I still have the other one, the topper that I didn't use. So I'm gonna use that probably with this later on a different style card. So I put that away. And then the other one that they came with is just a plain one with a bunch of fireworks and stuff that's real nice. I actually folded in half, thinking of a style card I was going to make, but they only have the one sheet. So I already messed it up, and I don't plan to use it as a folded card like that. So I went ahead and cut it in like this. I was thinking of using it in the back of here, but when I tried this like this, I just thought it's just a little bit too much, you know, with the background on here already and that background, although that looks nice too. But I thought maybe it'd stand out better if I use a plain 𝘄𝗃𝗃𝗽𝗃, a plain piece of paper, and a more, not plain like cardstock plain, but like a blue background paper. So I look all over my stash. I actually try solid color cardstock in different shade of blue. It's just too plain. So I found this, which is kind of, you know, it's sort of a brush stroke, kind of haphazardly. This, you'll never believe what this is from. Most of you probably will never even recognize it. I've been scrapbooking for a long time. It's from Too Busy Mom. out of MO is what? Michigan? No, I don't even know what MO is. What is that? Missouri, maybe. And it's from 2001. It's called From Page from the. It's not the thick paper, but I didn't really need it to be thick. So I plan to use that as the background to go behind this, which I thought, don't you think that looks nice? You know, I think it's more subtle, and it's just better. This, I think, is a little bit busy, especially for my boy Ethan. Okay, Ethan is so funny though. He's really into his hair. He loves his hair. Has this little swag. I have to show you. I have to tell you a little bit more about it later. But anyway, so I'm not going to use this. And then this is the insert paper that they have, which the only style they have is a You Did It, kind of really faint. So I plan to use that on the inside of the card. Okay, so we put that away. So I kind of flipping through the different cards that Hunkydory has and trying to find inspiration. And I did find one. I actually think a side stepper card would be really cute with this. And I don't have they didn't, I think one of their staff members showed the measurement for one of these at one time on one of the videos that I watched. I can't even remember which video, so I couldn't bring it up. But nevertheless, the size card I need to accommodate this will be different than that anyway, because, you know, they may be different. I looked into, I have a template book series from Crafty Companion that I bought recently, and they do have side stepper card, but it was for much smaller card. The final card is like 5x7, and my card, to accommodate this, I need this to be at least 6 inches across. And so my final card actually is about 7x10, and you know, I wanted to make sure that this get accommodated with this, where, you know, I could do that, and this I could trim more. But so in order to figure this out, I just took double the, so I kind of lay it down just to see what works best, and that come out to about 7 in height, you know, with the 6 across here. So that is how I figure how long I would make it. And luckily I've just purchased a really nice thick, oh my god, it's so nice, and it was so inexpensive, paper, 11x17 from Amazon. And I'll try to remember to put the link below, but if I don't, go ahead and comment, and I'll find it for you. So I just took that out, cut it to 14 by I didn't know what size of the length, of the width to do it, so I left it with the 11, and then I just started folding. As you can see, I made tons of mistake already. I figured the first one would be nice to be just this. I'm sharing this so that maybe if you wanted to do your own and you need to figure it out, you can just take out a cheap piece of copy paper. This is not a copy paper. I didn't have a copy paper that's inexpensive, so that's 11x17. But anyway, I just folded, and I figure, okay, the first one is would be like 1.5, and then I just start folding, and I made some mistakes and stuff. And at the end, because I kind of want the 3 step to be the same, so if I do want that and be able to still use the length of my paper, you can see that the second step doesn't go all the way to the bottom, and you don't need it to. Most of the time, even the template from Crafty Companion, most of the step hung on the top, so, and you still be able to stand this out still very nicely like that, right? And if it's too deep onto the bottom, then, you know, your thing have to tuck down at the bottom, and it may look weird anyway. So the how far down it goes doesn't matter. Usually the second fold, if this is a 3-stepper card, the second fold it does not go to all the way to the floor. Okay, so I just measure it to be exactly equal, and folding it. And basically where you cut from here to there, you just need to cut it to the start of the last fold. So on this example, on this sample sheet, I cut it too far because I didn't know originally I was going to fold it all the way down to here and so forth, right? So anyway, I like this, and then I kind of play with, you know, see how these goes, and at the end, right now at least, I'm making it a 10 across, so 7 by 10, and so on. So here's a I already marked everything, so we're going to do this. So the first, this is a what do you call it? I already cut it to the right width and the right length, which is actually I think I made it 7 1/4. No, so 10 1/4, and wait a second. Yeah, 10 1/4, and I think what is it? Anyways, I think it's about 7. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and score. So this is 6 right here. This is 6 inches right here, which is what I needed. So I'm only going to, that's where the cut's gonna be, right in the middle. And I'm sure you've done 𝘄𝗶𝗸𝗃, but it's been a while since I've done it. So I don't know why I don't keep things simple for myself. Get something where you can copy it exactly instead of creating your own. Anyway, so I'm gonna do 1 1/2 right here. I already marked it. I'm gonna do the first fold here, just to here, not across, and then the next fold is, so the first fold stepper is always equal, you know, so 1 1/2 and then 3, so because that's going to be 1 1/2, and then the second one, which is going to be double the 1 1/2, is going to be basically 3, I think, right? 1 2. It's actually, I figured out to double that almost. I can't use double because it's going to be too wide. It's 2 3/4. Okay, and then the next one is actually 1, and because I run out of paper, so it's the next one is 1 what is it? 1 3/4, I think. So here, where's the here? Something like that. I'll put the measurement. If you're unsure, ask me and I'll put the measurement. I'll send you the measurement. And then the last one is at, what is that? 10 5/8. So the middle one is at 7 1/2. Yeah, that's what I should have done to tell you. So, okay, let me repeat. 1 1/2, 3, 5 7/5, 5 3/4, 7 1/2, and 10 5/8. Okay, I don't know why it's 10 5/8. I think it might be 10 1/2 instead of 10 5/8, but anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, and then so now you're gonna cut from here, from 10 5/8 down to 1 1/2. So I'm going to grab that, and I'm just using, ouch, a craft knife. Cutting is always tricky. Sometimes it's crooked, but you know what? If it's crooked, you'll get a crooked card. And that will be a-okay because it was handmade with love. See, it's a little bit crooked from the, and I didn't even cut it. It's a little bit crooked from the line I already measured, because I measure with the T-square and everything to make sure that it matches. Excuse my head. I'm gonna go in. Trying to remember if I even brushed my hair this morning before I try to get on here. To get this done, because we're gonna go to the party later today, and I have a pretty busy morning with other stuff I have to do. So okay, I think it's still a little crooked, but that's okay. I can trim it out a little bit with my my scissors as well. Okay, so then actually I forgot one last score. I'm going to score to fold the card itself, and it was just from here, which is half, just half of my card blank there. So I'm going to fold here. Let me check. Step up on my stool to check to make sure that I'm in frame. Okay. Yeah. And if it's not exactly half, you know, then just trim it afterwards. So the first one is a valley fold, or I mean a mountain fold. Then you get a valley fold, a mountain, a valley, and then my last mountain. And there you go, yay! Is it hopefully, oh, it's off a little bit. It's off quite a bit. Okay, fix it, let's fix it. So that one I cannot cut there. It's just, I didn't do the, see, I thought that was 10 and a half. That's what I thought too. That was the mistake. I did it like 10 and a smidget over 10 and a half, whatever that was. So I'm going to see if I can re-score this. Make sure that things are more even. Because that's not a good... Okay, much better. Okay, and then now you can see it's a little bit off on the thing, but I'm just gonna leave it up. Actually, I could trim this part. This part is not bad of a trim. And I hadn't planned to do anything in the back. I was gonna just leave it white, but if it looks really bad, then I may cover it with a background paper as well. I still have some more of that same paper. Just leaving it white may be too stark, but at this time to make this card, I just wanted to do that for the front first. Okay, so now I have the base card, which is beautiful. Okay, and then I already went ahead and cut out the bits I need to cover it. And hopefully it's the correct size. It is. So I just actually, this is not even Hunkydory foil paper, but since it's on the background, now normally I would have probably, if I have time, I would gut this out a little bit so that I don't have to waste all of these foil. But this is a cheap foil. Actually, no, this is not a cheap foil. So to make it easy for myself, and you probably would do the same. Actually, I'm gonna erase this real quick while I have all of my pencil mark here. Not that, I think it's not gonna show anyway, but just to be sure. Actually, that one will show. I think that's enough. Okay. So the, oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. I do this every time. I said, don't take all the tape out, take just the top, because it will stick, you know, and then you can't peel it up. I usually just take the top and then let it drop down and then remove the side, especially for a big piece like this. But I think I did okay here. Okay, so you got that. And then the same thing here. So I'll show you. Let's just take this out, move this down a little bit. And then this, I'm just going to leave a tiny little border. Not a, maybe like an eighth of an inch border. So now you move that down and it's a lot easier, right? And okay, So now I just measure all of the panel and cut out the bits ahead of time, and so that way it saves time and so forth. All right, so let me see. I think I got this one is going to be for here. Don't even know that I'm in frame. I'm sorry, you guys. Actually, you know what? For these, maybe rest it like this. And this side is more important. So I'm going to do it from the outside in. Because on the inside, you know, if you're missing it a little bit, you can trim down that thing. It's not as bad as leaving. Actually, you know what? On the outside, I can also trim the white down too. So this is okay. The only thing is, see, I shouldn't. What you want to do is, if I put it way down at the bottom, it may be bulky for it to fold. So I needed to make sure that it doesn't leave any white at the top, or as much white at the top. Okay, that should work. And it's slightly over the, because I told you I cut it crooked, so we need to trim that a little bit afterwards. Okay, probably need to trim both sides. So I'm going to do this one. Since these pieces are small, I'm just going to take them all out. Make sure it's still in frame. Yep. I talked too soon. Seems like such a waste to do all these layering like this, huh? Because it's like you're covering it all up, lady. So why do you care? Okay, it just looked nicer. I know. We do a lot of matte layering because it looked nicer and more finish. So this roll of fingerless tape that I got from Hunkydory for like, oh my gosh, so cheap. It's like $1. Has lasted me for quite a while already. I opened this quite a while and it's still around. It's really, you get 108 feet of it. So I bought one of those bundles, and the bundle was on sale and everything else. So it was like less than $1 each. I couldn't believe it. Okay, and then now this one, the only question I had was, do I want to, yeah, I do. Is this the piece or, yeah, because I had another one. And that's a different one. Okay. And it was so inexpensive. I was so happy. So this one I wanted to have no gap between the first, you know, this card layer and that. See, it's a little bit shorter, but that's okay. I'll fix it. And then this one, I wasn't sure. Actually, I already glued it down, so now I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it this way, but you tell me, okay? What do you think? Should I flush it here, or should I have a gap? I don't know what looks better. I think I have to flush it. I think I have to make it look like as if it was one piece of paper. That's why I didn't cut it yet, to see where I need to cut it. So now let's check. So that way I can cut it to the right place. Okay. So now let's just have a border here. now. Shoot, I cut the wrong area. That's okay. Border on that side, but no border on this side. Okay, the rest of these I'm going to fix offline. So now, look how pretty. Yay! Okay, it's half done. Okay, so now let's put this in there. I think just center is great. Oh, this one I forgot to put the fingerless tape on. So where's my fingerless tape? There it is. Oops, that's not fingerless tape. What the heck? All right. Thanks for your patience with me. When I first do my Hunkydory card, I know I love this company so much. They have the cutest images. I mean, even if you get it just to use, you can just buy the topper sheet by itself too. You don't have to get the background or anything, you know, or even a whole kit. Just pick they do have sales on just topper sheet alone. They do sell that here and there. I don't think they have every single thing on sale, every single, because that just going to be so many SKU, but they have quite a few, and they're really cute. They pick like their favorite from either customers vote or the designer on their team vote and things like that. So that's pretty cool. So let me tell you a little bit about Ethan. Ethan is a wonderful, his dad is a chef. Okay, so his dad went to the 𝘀𝗵𝗃 school of cooking, or whatever you call it. And again, I did it. Not supposed. Okay, I'm going to stick my head in. I'm sorry. And so he's an chef. And Ethan, over, is it last summer or this summer? Last summer, I'm sorry. He went to work for a bakery. And so he started learning how to bake. So that complemented his dad really well, because his dad he bakes, but it's not his specialty. Yeah. And anyway, so it was wonderful. So this card, I'm going to put it, I think I'm going to put this one first. So this, I made the, I forgot to put, because I wasn't sure if I should pop dot. That's why I didn't. Okay, let me put this back. What do you guys think? I can put this together and pop dot the whole thing up here, or I can put pop dot behind here, pop this up, and then put this thing down. I guess it doesn't really matter. I put the backing already on here, which is the wrong place to put the backing, by the way. Shoot. Because I wasn't sure if I should do like this. What do you guys think? You know what I think I need to do? I'm going to pause this real quick, cut another thing. I think because of this, I think I will need to glue this down and pop this whole thing. So I'm not going to need glue on the back of here. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I went ahead and glued this onto the mirror card, and I put my new larger foam pads from foam squares from Hunkydory to the bottom part, because I know I do not want to flush it here. I'm just going to go like that. So I figure maybe we put it, because I don't want to center it. It doesn't work like that. I put it kind of kitty corner like this. I try to make it so the space between these two areas is even, a little bit more even. Okay. And then I'll find something for here soon. And then the the other one that I did earlier, one of the other topper, I actually put foam square on that already, and I think actually I should remove it. And the reason I put it at just the top, because as you know, we're not going to flush it all the way to the bottom because you can't see it. You can see it, but not well, right? So I figure I did that to save time. And I was thinking again, I don't want it to center, so I had it where it was just popping out here. Let's see, I think that's probably too far down. Maybe like that. Let's clear it. Yeah, that's nice, right? They're looking in towards the card. That's so cute. Okay, it's already looking good. All right, then in my haul, I also show you that I got the nesting square dies. It came with 10 dies, which is awesome. And the largest one is 5 inches. And the smallest one is like tiny. I didn't cut that out, but I went ahead and layer all of the dies together, so that, because I wanted to make star frames, not the actual full solid stars. So when I did that, I get something like this. So I'm not using, I don't think I'm using the largest star in some of these. This one I think I'm using. And some of these I may use down the line, just maybe to embellish the card more, but I don't know. So I already actually pick out a couple that I already used to put foam dot, because I was going to put one of the other sentiment toppers, say congratulations here, but I wanted something else. So I thought that these stars, because he's a star, right, would be so cute, and to kind of pop him up like this. And I kind of already put foam tape down just to save time onto where I think it will go. Actually, I don't think I need this part. So I may take this part out, because I don't want it. I kind of mark it, but I can erase that later. Oops. Okay, see, that works okay. Because I kind of wanted to tilt it like that, which I thought is super cute, right? Oh, wrong one, wrong corner. So that it pops up when you do that. Maybe I had the idea that I'd do it lower so that it's safer. That's still good. Okay, and then this, I'm not sure. So to put it up like that. This one I may just glue down to the bottom, because no, I don't know. I still want to pop it up. Let's see where it should go. It's going to start right here. So again, my trusty foam strip. Yay, love it. So where you go here, where the corner is kind of tight, I would just cut it. But where the corner is not so tight, you can just, you know, turn it. So that's not too bad. Okay, if I need more tape, if I need more foam pads on more area, I'll do that offline. But for now, I think we're okay with just these, just for positioning, so that at least you get to see the whole thing done. That's the problem with some of these things, is, man, they're hard to pull up the backing. That one is going to be a tough one. It's such a tiny space. That's why I was trying to do them ahead of time, but I couldn't do it until I laid down that other one to see what the positioning would be. Okay. Now my finger is stuck to the thing. All right, so here we're gonna tape is now stuck to, okay, I have to step down. Yeah, something like that. I don't want to ruin it. Okay, and I think that's cute. And then I thought maybe right here, I'll do another one. Here, you kind of mark it a little bit, just to kind of go in line with that whole thing, and pop that up there. Okay, and I don't know if I could use it. I don't think I have enough space to use anything else, but I could even do one in the middle. Look at that. That would be kind of cute, right? I could do two, because that on the inside sometimes. So I'm just gonna glue that part down. And oh, where's my glue? I didn't even bring it. Oh gosh. Do I have a thin tape? I do have a thin tape. I can't remember where I got this. Oh yeah, from them, from Hunkydory too. They have a really thin tape. That's a tape roll. It's just a double-sided tape. It is super thin, just like the gosh, okay, wait. Stop somewhere. I'm gonna not do the top part. It's just like the foam tape thickness, right? Which we love, because a lot of time we have small things like this. And I would use my glue bottle, except I think I left it on my other craft table. And I should have a bunch here, but I can't find one right off the top. So we're going to do this instead. All right, then that way I can show you my new tape roll. That's in my haul too. I didn't, and which you may or may not have, which I don't think I post yet. So I have to post that, I think, before this one. Yeah, I'm giving him the card today, so definitely I will not post a video today. But and I think I have a bunch of them in queue, because I did several recently. I got my shit together, so oh, sorry. People keep complaining that I'm swearing too much. So anyway, Ethan started to really appreciate fashion and his hair. He has this little cowlick or lick or whatever you call them, but it's so cute on the one side of his hair. And when he talks or whatever to you, he just flip it, and it's just the cutest gesture. He this year he has a girlfriend. She's Vietnamese as well, but super cute. I mean, the two of them. I think she's a good girl. So this one, I'm just gonna pop this in the middle. Yeah, so I don't know if where she's going to school afterwards. I think she's graduating this year as well. But in any case, yeah. So I don't know. I think he's studying. He loves computer stuff like most kids do. He's really good with, oh, I love that. So anyway, so that makes the star fill out a little bit more. I feel like I need to use at least one star over here. It feels like it's missing something. So I'm going to use my tiny little, do I have a tiny foam dot now? Okay, maybe one of my Anna Griffin foam dot would fit on here. Or is that too big? Oh, that's okay. So now this side is not so lonely, huh? Maybe I cut a few more and just pop it around here. But this is my first Hunkydory card. Oh, okay, this is looking a little bit too busy. I may peel these off. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I peel them off? Anyway, if you commented soon enough, I may decide to do whatever you tell me. But in any case, this is it. I hope you like it. I'll try to remember to put a few steel shot at the end. I always forget that, but I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Check out Hunkydory if you haven't. It's not so bad. You know, you'll see so many things you love. They got some cute gnome collection, Christmas gnome Christmas collection and stuff. And oh, I'm sorry, on the inside, this is what I'm going to do. I already trimmed the card to fit back here, and I'm just going to take it and go across and then cut this bit part, or maybe I'll even just cut it like right here. Okay, so that way, and then we're going to sign here, and I'm going to put a little pocket on this corner for us to tuck in some cash for him. All right, so that is my haul. Check out Hunkydory if you haven't. Oops, what the heck? If you haven't done so, and I bid you farewell. See ya. Okay, it turns out I actually did a whole bunch more with this, so I'm going to walk you through it. Okay, so I changed this a little bit in the front. I actually took out both of them. I just glued down one of them. I think it looks nicer in terms of the thing. And I in the smallest dies, where is the dies? They have a bunch of the tiniest die, number 10. Originally I wasn't planning to use it, but after I made it out, it actually works really well as the center of some of these fireworks things. So I thought it added a little bit more, since the little book papers doesn't have any foiling. I thought that would add the nice foil. I added a couple more, one more of these stars, the next size up from the set. This is the only one. I wanted one a little bit smaller, but not as small as that. And so I got this one from another set in my stash. I don't even remember where it's from. And okay, so that's what I did on here. I clean up, you know, some of the thing, because my card when I folded wasn't even, but that's okay. So then on the inside, I went ahead and cut it like that, because actually I realized that you don't really want the insert. Originally I was gonna like take the whole paper, maybe cover this one, but you don't want the insert to be in the folded line, so I just left it alone, and I think that's a nice cut. I personalize his card, and I use I don't know why this keeps not turning the right way. I use an old alpha sheet that I had from, oh my god, the berry patch, called Denim Upper Medium. Made it 2002. So happy to be using this, and that's about the only blue that I have that is a little bit blocky. The other blue I have actually matched better, but it was not the right font. So I'm glad that these two font kind of match, and in the blue tone is great. So I had two sheets. I was cutting up the other one, and so I thought that was really nice. Then oh, and by the way, just, you know, I didn't realize this when I did it, but it was such a pain when I was working with even with the diamond press marquees, that these tiny little die, and I didn't even use a big piece of tape. It's actually really easy when you just tape the back of it and tape it to the thing, and you'll see it after I do this one. I'll show you. It's super easy and super fast. So now you see how it just comes right off here, right? And then if you take the next one, I don't really even need any more. So, but you see how on here, the outline, the you know, not the actual die itself is quite large. So if you put it this way, you can't even see it, and you're not even sure, you're wasting your paper. So I just flip it over, and I did it that way, and then I can see where it is, and I just tape it down that way, and did it like that. And then again, when I pop it out, the thing just go down right there. So I thought that was super simple. And then to make, I needed another star down below, and I just wanted that that rim, the this one. I just wanted the outline, and I taped that together. I don't know why I haven't done that in the past, and tape it down to the paper. I tape it outside first. Originally, I kept trying to adjust it on the mirror card, and then put the tape on top of that. That didn't work because the mirror card just kind of made it all slippery. So when I did it, I just go like that, and then I just put it down on the counter and did it without any, you know, slipping around at all. Then I tape it on the card. So I don't know. I've been doing this for a long time, and I just now figure out that little tricks. But I thought I'd share. By the way, love my diamond press marquees. $45, whatever. Super cheap, super works super well. Okay, so down on the inside, we're gonna do his sentiment here. Originally, I wanted to do a little money card here, and so on. I got a you know, little pocket die from my stash, and I got it, I think, from AliExpress, and I folded already. I used the same paper as the background in the front, and I was gonna cut this off, but I thought it's kind of nice actually, and it would have worked well, except we always give money in our Vietnamese culture for any kind of occasion. Cash is king, right? That's the only pocket. I mean, I could easily make one up, but I really like. I just wanted a simple because I need to get going, and I kind of like to put the money in like this, you know, but I don't want it to stick out here. So at the end, I decided I'm gonna put it here and have the money sticking out like that. I wish I could have done it where it's like, where it's fan out like this, and then it goes into, so I would have to make a much bigger card. That isn't that so awesome? I may have to figure that out, but anyway, that's for another time, because I think I have to finish this before we leave. We leave in an hour and a half. So anyway, I went ahead and put tape on here and everything else. So I'm gonna do that here. Let me make sure I leave enough room. Originally, I was also gonna maybe do it like this, but then it will be sticking out, you know, of there when they fold the card. So I'm gonna do it like that. So that way the money is hidden in the card, right? And that way we can do it. Go ahead and put that here. Come on, baby. Get in there. Isn't this nice? Oh, he's going to love it. And then I wanted to decorate this a little bit. I have a little scrap paper from the insert sheet that's left over, so I cut it to size, and I actually finally got some glue. This is just a glue pen from Hunkydory. I'm trying to use all the stuff I bought from Hunkydory all this past 12 months. So then I'm just gonna put it just with a little bit of a thing, and then get the glue off my finger. And then I found in my stash this this is from what company? Little Messages, American Craft, American Traditional Design, not really craft, and it's called High School, and it's just a bunch of words and so forth from yeah, I sort of cut it out. They're vellum stickers, and I thought with the you know, whatever, what do you call it, the opaqueness or very light tone of the insert, that would work well. I also have this one, but the one I like the best, the wording, is this one, Reach for the Star, and it kind of go in line with all the stars that I use all throughout the card. So I thought here I would add a card here. I could actually put this on should I put this on a 𝘄𝗶𝗽𝗃, on a thing? I don't know, I kind of like it on here directly, so I'll do that. And I also did, I also did a smaller star. I took, so I took these, taped it, and punch it out, and there, of course, that solid star in the middle. I put that on a foam top, and I'm going to put that on here. This one I'm going to glue directly to the paper. And oopsie. So this is already a sticker. It's a vellum sticker, so that should work, and that should work very well here. Yep. Okay. And on here, it's on paper, so we should be okay with, this is what I wanted to do instead of trying to, yeah, and I could put this on dots too, but I think this is better to be flat, and then the other one is going to be the one that's going to be on foam dot. Okay, put this over here. So I already put foam dot on here, and I just figure it can be something like that. Alrighty. So I think that was the end of it. Then we'll just have to take pictures and sign out card. I take pictures of everything I created. I put my handmade information in the back, and it's done. Right? Do you like it? I hope you do. I do. And I'm gonna email this to Hunkydory as well, and just to share with them my very first Hunkydory card. Yay! If you like the content, please hit subscribe and like and share with your friends. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.